There's this thing discovered they're calling the Kara Hora Shaft, and it was discovered by author Zhemukov, 2011.
In 2011, deep in the rugged North Caucasus of Russia, speleologist Arthur Zhemukov made an extraordinary discovery atop Kara Hora mountain. He uncovered a mysterious vertical shaft, resembling a portal to another realm, with walls of perfectly aligned, polished stone slabs. Who created this supernatural structure and why? Join us as we delve into this incredible find and unravel the mysteries it holds. Historical background and Nazi interest. You might wonder how such an ancient site remained undiscovered until 2011. The answer to this intriguing question is partially hidden beneath the layers of wartime secrets and the covert interests of the Nazi regime during World War II. The connection between the Nazis and the Kara Hora shaft, while not widely known until recent explorations, reveals a fascinating intersection of archaeology, occultism, and ideology. Arthur Zhemukov's discovery of the Kara Hora shaft wasn't a coincidence. It stemmed from meticulous research into documents and remnants left behind by the Nazis during their 1940s expeditions. These documents showed a sustained interest in the Caucasus region, driven not only by the strategic importance of its resources, but also by the esoteric beliefs of Nazi leaders influenced by groups like the Thule Society. Heinrich Himmler, head of the SS and a key supporter of these esoteric beliefs, founded the Ahnenerbe, an institute officially focused on researching the ancestral heritage of the Aryan race. While the Ahnenerbe claimed to be dedicated to anthropological and cultural studies, it was also on a quest to uncover evidence of ancient, advanced civilizations tied to Aryan origins. This mission was closely linked to Nazi ideology, which sought to validate the superiority of the Aryan race through historical and archaeological discoveries. Nazi expeditions, like the one led by SS officer Ernst Schaefer to Tibet in the late 1930s, were publicly framed as scientific research but were deeply rooted in occult interests. The team sought Shambhala, a mythical underground city believed to contain mystical powers and advanced technology. This narrative was echoed in missions across various regions believed to have ancient Aryan connections, including the Caucasus. In the summer of 1942, during Operation Edelweiss, the Nazis aimed to seize the oil-rich regions of the Caucasus, particularly the Baku oil fields. Beyond the immediate goal of securing vital resources for the war effort, the operation also focused on exploring ancient sites believed to be linked to Aryan ancestors. The region's historical and mythical significance made it a hotspot for Nazi archaeologists and ideologues who speculated that it housed vast underground cities left by an advanced civilization. Interestingly, near the entrance of the Kara Hora shaft, a swastika was found carved into a boulder, a symbol adopted by the Nazis that also holds significance in many ancient cultures predating their era. The presence of swastikas, both ancient and modern, suggests that the Nazis were aware of the shaft and believed it held significant historical and ideological importance. The carving of the swastika near the shaft's entrance likely served as a marker, indicating their belief that they were on the brink of a major discovery tied to their quest for Aryan roots. This intertwining of Nazi interests with the region's archaeology creates a complex narrative. On one hand, the Kara Hora shaft stands as an architectural and historical marvel. On the other, it is overshadowed by its association with the Nazi searches for mythological and racial validation. The secrecy surrounding these expeditions, compounded by the chaos of war and the subsequent suppression of Nazi documents, meant that much about their activities and findings in the Caucasus remained hidden from public view for decades. Examination of the Kara Hora shaft. You might be curious about how the investigation of the Kara Hora shaft unfolded, especially considering the deep subterranean challenges and the bravery needed to explore it. Arthur Jemakhov made at least 15 descents into the depths of this remarkable site. Each expedition was filled with danger. Despite the risks, Arthur often ignored basic safety protocols, relying on nothing more than a simple household rope for his climbs, far from the ideal setup, which should have included two 330-foot ropes, one for descent and another for safety. Reaching the base of the structure required not only expert climbing skills, but also a high level of physical fitness and endurance. The descent alone took over an hour, highlighting the shaft's considerable depth and the difficult conditions the explorers faced. They had to navigate a vertical drop with basic tools, and the return climb proved even more challenging, pushing their physical limits. Yet despite these hardships, the team remained determined to uncover the mysteries of the Kara Hora shaft. As they ventured deeper, they noticed fresh air currents, a surprising find in such a confined space. This strange phenomenon hinted at the possibility of other passages, perhaps even a complex network of chambers yet to be discovered. The air seemed to flow not from the entrance, but from the walls themselves, suggesting there might be extensive subterranean openings hidden from immediate view. The sheer size of the shaft was intimidating. The explorers managed to go 330 feet deeper into the structure, but were ultimately stopped by rockfalls that blocked narrow passages. These impassable barriers, formed over centuries, marked the temporary end of their journey, leaving much of the shaft unexplored and shrouded in mystery. Scientifically speaking, the structure of the Kara Hora shaft is unlike any other known cave system, adding to the intrigue of this extraordinary site. The mysterious depths of Kara Hora, a major discovery in the North Caucasus. We mentioned earlier that you wouldn't believe what scientists recently uncovered in Russia, specifically in the North Caucasus region's rugged Kabardino-Balkaria Republic. Amidst the towering mountains and ancient wilderness, an incredible discovery has captured the attention of archaeologists and historians, changing our understanding of ancient human skills and architectural prowess. In 2011, a passionate Russian speleologist named Arthur Jemakhov explored the untouched areas of the Kara Hora mountain. His expertise in cave studies led him to an astonishing site hidden within the mountain. What he uncovered was not just a natural formation, but an architectural marvel that revealed the brilliance of ancient human ingenuity. The entrance to this remarkable find was a vertical shaft, flanked by two perfectly aligned stone slabs, indicating that it was intentionally built rather than formed by nature. This carefully designed gateway opened into a shaft that dropped about 130 feet into the mountain's depths. Unlike the rough, uneven walls typical of natural caves, these walls were smooth and polished, with each massive stone block fitting together so precisely that they appeared to have withstood the test of time. As Arthur and his team ventured deeper, the narrow shaft expanded into a breathtaking underground hall. This cavern stretched over 118 feet high and was constructed from large megalithic blocks, each interlocking at right angles with hardly any gaps, creating a nearly flawless structure. The presence of sizable stones resembling ancient columns added to the grandeur of this underground space, suggesting it held significant importance to its creators. Exploring the shaft proved challenging. The initial narrow passage required the team to squeeze through a space just 53 by 17 inches wide. Further down, a series of ledges and vertical drops tested their agility and courage. A 52-foot drop led them to more passages, each descent bringing them closer to the magnificent underground hall, where the craftsmanship was even more impressive. The walls showcased a level of precision in stonework that was almost artistic. The final chamber, reached after another 33-foot descent, marked the peak of this architectural wonder. Measuring 118 feet long, it stood as a testament to the ancient builder's skill and vision. The seams between the massive blocks were barely noticeable, and in some places, the stones appeared fused together. These blocks were so interconnected that when scientists stood on their edges, it looked as if they formed part of an ancient structure or temple within the cave. The archway leading into the Great Hall was a remarkable feat of engineering, presenting a smooth, polished curve that served as a gateway to a long-lost world. Arthur Gemikoff and his team were left in awe of the scale and precision of this construction. The effort needed to excavate, shape, and assemble such massive stone blocks deep within a mountain was immense. The hall was not merely a cave, but a constructed space, likely serving an essential cultural or ritualistic purpose for the people who created it. Tragic conclusions and mysterious deaths. The mysteries surrounding the Karahora shaft extend far beyond its hidden depths. The sudden and tragic death of Arthur Gemikoff, the speleologist who uncovered this ancient marvel, adds a chilling dimension to the story. Arthur's suspicious death in 2015 has sparked speculation and concern, leading many to wonder, did someone want to stop him from continuing his groundbreaking research? Arthur was a dedicated researcher who explored the occult, ancient texts, and local legends of the North Caucasus. His relentless pursuit led to the discovery of the Karahora shaft, but he believed this was only the beginning. He was convinced that the mountains hid even more vast underground cities and complexes, secrets he was determined to reveal. His beliefs were backed by numerous local legends about hidden cities beneath the rugged terrain, tales passed down through generations. However, Arthur's quest came to a sudden halt. Just as he was preparing to launch further expeditions to investigate these mysteries, he was tragically struck by a car, a day after reporting a significant discovery. While this incident could have been dismissed as a heartbreaking accident, the subsequent deaths of his colleagues raised further suspicion. Viktor Chernobrov, founder of the Cosmopoisk organization and a close collaborator of Arthur, also passed away unexpectedly, succumbing to cancer 2 years after Arthur's death. Additionally, 3 other researchers involved in the Karahora investigations died under mysterious circumstances. This string of deaths, among those linked to the research, has sparked debates and conspiracy theories, with many suggesting these events are too coincidental to ignore. But why would the continuation of this research pose a threat to anyone? Theories abound, ranging from political motivations aimed at protecting certain historical narratives to economic interests in keeping the region undisturbed. Others point to more esoteric reasons tied to the supposed occult knowledge or advanced technology that may be hidden within these ancient structures. Whatever the reason, the untimely end of these researchers' lives has undoubtedly hindered our understanding of the region's rich archaeological and historical heritage. Resonances of ancient Egypt in the North Caucasus. As Arthur and his team continued their exploration, they noticed something remarkable. Their discovery in the rugged North Caucasus bore a striking resemblance to the ancient wonders of Egypt. The more they examined the architectural marvel of the Kara Hora shaft, the more they were reminded of some of the most iconic and mysterious structures in human history, particularly the Grand Gallery of the Great Pyramid of Giza. The Kara Hora shaft, found by the seasoned speleologist Arthur Jemukov in the breathtaking Kabardino-Balkaria Republic, showcased features remarkably similar to those seen in the pyramids. This polished, vertical shaft, extending about 130 feet into the mountain and built from massive megalithic blocks, reflected the precision and grandeur characteristic of ancient Egyptian construction methods. The walls were not just rough stone surfaces, they were meticulously straight and smooth, resembling the advanced masonry of the Grand Gallery in the Pyramid of Khufu. The stones were tightly fitted with minimal gaps, indicating an exceptional level of engineering skill that would be impressive even for a civilization presumed to be from a similar ancient time. Arthur, with his extensive experience in exploring underground structures, was particularly struck by the size of the blocks. Both the Kara Hora shaft and the Grand Gallery used stones of roughly the same dimensions, suggesting a possible shared or parallel technological knowledge between these distant cultures. This similarity sparked intriguing questions about how architectural techniques might have spread or evolved among ancient civilizations. The purpose of the Kara Hora shaft remains a mystery, much like that of the pyramids. Its grand scale and the evident care in its construction suggest it was more than just an ordinary space. It likely had significant, perhaps even technological functions, and might have been part of a larger yet undiscovered complex. The depth of the shaft and the elaborate way it opened into a vast underground hall hint at a purpose beyond mere shelter or storage. Just as the pyramids are thought to align with celestial bodies and serve spiritual or ritualistic purposes, the Kara Hora shaft might have played a similar role for its builders. The precision involved in constructing both the shaft and the pyramids indicates a sophisticated understanding of geometry and astronomy. This architectural connection raises questions about the level of interaction between different ancient cultures. Were the builders of the Kara Hora shaft influenced by Egyptian techniques, or did they independently develop similar methods? Exploring these questions could provide valuable insights into prehistoric human societies and the dissemination of technological ideas. Revealing the secrets of the North Caucasus. The recent discoveries by scientists here are truly astounding. Located between the vast Black Sea and Caspian Sea and bordered by the stunning peaks of the Caucasus Mountains to the south, the North Caucasus is a place filled with rich history and breathtaking geography. Governed by Russia, it lies at the crossroads of Eastern Europe and Western Asia, making it not just a geographical gem, but also a treasure trove of historical wonders. Known as Ciscaucasia, the North Caucasus acts as the northern half of the larger Caucasus region, serving as an essential link between diverse cultures and landscapes. Mount Elbrus, the highest peak in Europe, isn't just about height. It represents the many layers of human history found in its valleys and slopes. Krasnodar stands out as the largest city, buzzing with the vibrant life that reflects the area's long history of diversity. The region enjoys a mild climate that contrasts sharply with the harsher weather found in other parts of Russia, earning it the title of Russia's Sunbelt. This favorable climate, along with fertile soil, cultivated over thousands of years, has created a landscape rich in agriculture and wine production, showcasing a lifestyle that is closely tied to the land. This deep connection to the land dates back to ancient times, as shown by artifacts from the early Bronze Age around the 3rd millennium BC. The Northern Caucasus was home to significant ancient cultures, like the Koban culture, known for its advanced metalworking and complex societal structures, which archaeologists are still uncovering today. The political history of the North Caucasus has been marked by struggles for independence and conflicts. In the 19th century, Russia established control over the region, leading to a series of conflicts that resulted in many North Caucasian Muslims migrating to the Ottoman Empire. This migration created communities that spread across modern Turkey and into parts of Europe and the Middle East, linking North Caucasian heritage far beyond its original borders. Today, the region is divided into several republics, including Chechnya, Dagestan, and North Ossetia-Alania, each with its own cultural and political identity while being part of Russia's federal system. This integration has brought challenges, as the area has often been a hotspot for political and ethnic tensions. The early 20th century was a turning point for the North Caucasus. In 1917, the region briefly became independent, creating the Mountainous Republic of the Northern Caucasus during Russia's February Revolution. However, this independence was short-lived, as the region was drawn back into Russian control after the Civil War, highlighting the ongoing struggle between autonomy and authority throughout its history. Under Soviet rule, the North Caucasus underwent multiple reorganizations, reflecting the sweeping administrative changes across the USSR. After the Soviet Union collapsed, efforts to stabilize and develop the region continued, facing challenges related to its diverse ethnic groups and geopolitical significance. Geographically, the North Caucasus is not just home to mountains, but also part of the vast Pontic-Caspian steppe, which has historically been a route for nomadic peoples and is rich in biodiversity. The striking contrast between the steep mountains and the wide-open steppes provides a stunning backdrop for the human activities that have shaped this region over the centuries. Today, the North Caucasus remains a captivating area for scientists, historians, and travelers. Its rich cultural landscape, dramatic natural beauty, and strategic importance continue to draw interest. Whether it's ancient artifacts that reveal the existence of sophisticated early societies or modern festivals celebrating its diverse heritage, the North Caucasus offers a fascinating story just waiting to be discovered. Further expeditions and theories. Vadim Chernobrov, known for his leadership of Kosmopoisk, a group dedicated to exploring anomalies throughout Russia, was drawn to the intriguing Kara-Hora Shaft. Together with Arthur Zhemikov and a team of explorers, Vadim set out on a series of daring expeditions that would provide fresh insights into this mysterious underground structure. Arthur's initial discovery of the Kara-Hora Shaft opened a Pandora's box of archaeological and scientific questions, prompting Vadim to delve into its depths. Their explorations were carefully documented and later shared on Russian television, capturing the public's imagination and highlighting the site's unusual features. Vadim took a methodical and detailed approach during the expeditions. He was responsible for mapping the parts of the shaft they discovered, producing precise maps that noted every dimension and scale with the accuracy of an engineer. This meticulous documentation was crucial, underscoring the shaft's differences from natural cave formations and suggesting it was the product of skilled construction. One of the most striking aspects of the Kara-Hora Shaft, as revealed by Vadim's mapping, was its structure, which included narrow passages and tiny holes, These openings were not intended for human passage. Some were so small that even a child could not fit through. Instead, they hinted at a different purpose, possibly a technological one. Vadim speculated that these small cavities, which descended into darkness, might have been part of an advanced ancient system, perhaps for ventilation, or even as a component of a device for generating energy or monitoring seismic activity. To support his theories, Vadim drew comparisons between the mysterious cavities in the Egyptian pyramids and those found in the Kara Hora shaft. He noted that, like the cavities in Egypt, those in the shaft were clearly not designed for human traffic, lacking any signs of wear from human use, such as scorch marks from torches or artifacts like hieroglyphs. This indicated that both the Egyptian structures and the Kara Hora shaft may have been engineered for purposes beyond our current understanding. The potential uses for the Kara Hora shaft were vast. Vadim hypothesized that it could have been part of an ancient factory system, a resonator for harnessing unknown forms of energy, or even an ancient energy generator designed to monitor seismic activity. Additionally, the constant flow of air observed within the shaft hinted at its connection to a larger, more complex system. This ventilation-like feature suggested a sophisticated understanding of environmental control, which might have been crucial for whatever process or function the shaft served. What are your thoughts on the unexpected deaths of these researchers? Share your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.